here comes the Kraft macaroni and cheese display from inside the stadium.
Well, it's supposed to be, you can see that they're set up outside, but it's supposed to look as if it's come from the hole in the roof. And from our vantage point, that's what it looks like. But of course, Chopper 11 kind of ruins the magic. You can see it. It's a whole different thing from Chopper 11's vantage point.
Well, we're inside 1 minute now.
And,
Texas Stadium. And the way this is going to work, we're going to see a series of explosions all the way around, almost like popcorn going off around the stadium. And then this thing will implode from the west, the side that we're on, all the way around to the east. Both sides will begin caving in.
And here you can see they've got actually two people getting ready to push the button. One is employed by the demolition company, and the other is 11-year-old Casey Rogers that we told you about.
Let's listen in. I think they're counting down.
Here we go.
20, 19, ready Casey, 18, 17, 16, 15, help me out, 13, 12, 11, here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't believe it.
For those of you watching at home, here's what we felt.
Oh my goodness.
You saw it. There was a concussion in the air that I don't think I have ever felt before. An amazing concussion from the dynamite that went off this morning. There is the dust cloud, and right on point with Larry Mowry's forecast, it is moving a little to the north and to the east.
Wow. I have to tell you, folks, this is, you know, we told everybody to stay home, watch this event from the house, because you're much more comfortable being there at home. But I have to tell you, I'm shaking a little bit just because it's just.
It was powerful.
Yeah, just not even just the concussion, but just watching that building come down. It's a lot more emotional than I thought it would be.
Stephanie Lucero on the west side, or on the east side of Highway 114. Stephanie and Larry over there in the red lot where the public was allowed this morning. Steph, do we have you?
Oh, you can hear, you know, the applause coming from all over the place, the people screaming and shouting, and you know, we were looking over at the Days Inn parking lot, and you can see not only the masks from the television cameras, but people just by the hundreds lined up on the bridge going all the way across the Days Inn parking lot. This was an amazing sight this morning. Stephanie, can you hear us?
Okay, we're here at the red lot. That was exciting, really exciting, but I'm wearing this dust mask because the dust is coming our way. Troy's gonna pan over here to his left and show you that's the dust cloud that is gonna be coming this way. It's gonna certainly hit people here in the red lot, so hopefully people follow the recommendations to bring a mask. You know, it may not be too bad, but I think for safety's sake, I'm gonna keep this on for right now, because there is a dust cloud coming our way. This was absolutely incredible. I did watch it with my boys, and then I rushed them to the car, so they're sitting in the car safely. Doug and Karen?
Hey, Steph, take us from your perspective. Karen had talked earlier about the fact you've been a Cowboys season ticket holder for so many years. This is a family thing for you, obviously, for so many other families across North Texas as well. Your thoughts and your emotions as you see the home that you spent so many years in cheering on the Cowboys now lying in just a giant heap of rubble.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you, Doug. It's sad. I mean, it really is sad. That was a tremendous explosion right now. I mean, that was really exhilarating, and I didn't want to get my boys to safety, but watching it go down and looking at Thomas and Craig right there with me, it's sad. It really is sad, and I think it'll hit all of us. And me and my husband had so many great memories there, but we also knew in recent years that we were tired of walking through puddles and through concrete that was breaking up, and the bathrooms were a mess, and we knew that the end was coming. But gosh, great memories, and I'm so glad I could be here with my boys.
And here's a replay of, and I cannot believe how flawlessly this came down.
Yeah, because the Weir company's in charge of the demolition, and we had talked to the demo experts all week, and they were very candid. They were saying, listen, we know the sides and everything are going to come down great. We figure that, but what they were unsure of was the roof.
Right.
And I got to tell you here, there were I forget the exact number, well over 50. I think there were hundreds of charges that had been hung in the rafters. And yeah, there it is. 192 charges that were hung in the rafters of the roof.
The trusses, right.
There were 12 trusses in this thing, and they were really unsure whether this thing would just kind of come down like a turtle shell and just sit there, and did they have to tear it apart once it got down? But this thing, based on the demolition side of things, it went really, really well.
Right. They say this company is the best, one of the best, if not the best, and it looks like they proved their stuff today. Look at that. It just came down beautifully.
Meanwhile, Larry Mowry in the red lot over there, mask and all. Larry, how's the dust for you guys right now on the east side of 114?
It's not too bad. I brought this heavy-duty mask with me here, so just in case the dust cloud came our way, and it really literally just missed us. I can go ahead and take this off because right there's 114, and we're finally getting a view of the rubble as the stadium came down. The dust cloud made it to about 30 yards from us here in the red lot, and now it's traveling kind of north, slightly northwest up 114 and crossing over Loop 12 right now, and we're finally getting that view of what's left of the stadium, but the dust is starting to clear here, and it's blowing a little bit to the north, and we'll continue to kind of trek off to the north. And if you've been on 114 or Loop 12 before, you know how they kind of intersect just north of the stadium, then they go in one to the northeast, one to the northwest. This dust cloud's going to travel right between those two interstates here as we go through the next 15 minutes or so before it eventually mixes out as the winds pick up as we go through the morning hours.
All right, Larry Mowry, thanks so much. You can go back and put on your industrial strength desk mask if you need to.
So let me ask you this, Karen. Looking at this picture right now, this is just a thought for the city of Irving. If there is a Hollywood production company looking for like a war zone or something of that nature to shoot a movie, this would be the spot right now.
That's right. Oh, goodness. Somebody needs to get Steven Seagal on the phone.
Right?
Like some sort of disaster movie.
Mad Max, maybe,
right.
something like that.
Well, Jay Gormley has been with the crowd over at the Days Inn parking lot just on the south side of what was Texas Stadium. Jay, what was it like from where you were standing?
It was fantastic, amazing. And the first thing that everyone said after it came down is, thankfully, the dust is not coming our way. It's actually blowing to the west. It was ironic for me. I grew up in Philadelphia. And I grew up when Dick Vermeil took over the Eagles, and he taught everyone in Philadelphia to hate the Cowboys. You will hate the Cowboys. That's our team that we're going after. And so I was raised that way, and then I moved here 13 years ago, and of course Dallas is now my home, and I've had to change allegiance. So it was kind of a double-edged sword for me, because I would bring friends to this stadium from Philadelphia, and they would say, I can't believe I'm sitting in this stadium, Jay. You're a traitor. And I'm like, no, Dallas is my home now, and this is my team now, so I have to follow the Cowboys. And it was just, kind of bittersweet, because I remember as an Eagles fan, watching all those games saying, wow, the Cowboys are good and the Eagles are terrible, and every time we had to come to this stadium, you guys just beat up on us. And now I find myself rooting for the Cowboys.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Good memories, Jay. Good memories.
Right.
Appreciate it. Here's another look, and if you're just waking up, maybe rubbing your eyes going, did it really happen? The answer is yes, it did.
Yes, it did. And there was some concern that maybe it wouldn't go down quite as smoothly as they had expected, but it looks like it just came down perfectly.
I don't know that it couldn't have been any better.
Yeah.
It is coming up on 7:15. You're watching the final farewell. Texas Stadium is no more. Our live coverage on CBS 11 News on this Sunday morning, the 11th of April, continues in just a moment.